You're what it do, YouTube. It's your boy Eli the Rebel, and you already know by the intro, man. Y'all should know, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell y'all right now, man. We're taking Utah State out of the WAC, man, and we're putting this team in to replace them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Grand Canyon University. That's right, the Antelopes are going to be playing in the WAC conference, folks. Now, they entered the WAC in 2013, so it's 3 years. We're doing this 3 years early. Now, they don't have a football team, but we made one. We made one, and I gotta say, man, we use the stag logo. Antelopes are, I believe antelopes are a breed of deer. Somebody can correct me in the comments and stuff like that. But I couldn't fit the whole Grand Canyon University thing in the school name, so we're rocking with Grand Canyon and then the Antelopes. GCU for the abbreviation. They're located out of Phoenix, Arizona, which is nice. We made a custom playbook for this, which will change throughout the Dynasty, where I need said fit, things like that. I picked the academic. I picked academic for the team type, as I am not. The last thing I need to worry about in this Dynasty is discipline, so I just put academic to guarantee that we're going to be a 6-star academic program. Hopefully use that to our advantage in recruiting. We'll see. Our rival school is the other team in this game that is still in the WAC to this to present day 2022, and that is New Mexico State. New Mexico State is from 2010 to now. New Mexico State has been a constant staple in the WAC, so they're going to be our rivals. Fight song does not matter. I don't have actual game audio to actually from OBS to play this. You have to download like a pack, which I'm unable to do with my MacBook right now. So so we're just going to use the song from the intro, which is fine. No mascot needed. So we named this T'Challa Turf, in respects to not only the original Black Panther, but also it's a reference to this scene.
Did he freeze? Like an antelope in headlights.
We're in the horseshoe. We're north-south oriented. I'm not sure if that's going to affect I'm not sure how that's going to work out wind-wise, but again, we're in Phoenix, Arizona. When is it going to exceed 5 miles an hour for wind? I don't know. We have scoreboards are both end zones. Video screens are both end zones. Press boxes on both sides. A grassy turf. I've experimented with artificial. It didn't come out that great, so we're rocking with classic grass for this one. We got the school logo at the 50 with NCAA logos at the 25. This is our end zone art, what it looks like. We have a track and field surrounding the actual football field, and then we have a desert backdrop, which would be very nice to look at, especially during, you'll see it the most on noon kickoffs and afternoon games and things like that. But then we're going to go into the uniforms right here, and I gotta say, man, these came out pretty stylish for the most part. I was very surprised at how well these came out. This is the away version right here. So I just labeled this off of the home and away kits, the home and away jerseys, uniforms, whatever you want to call it, for basketball. And then for alternates, I decided to rock with a blackout. So this blackout is going to be used for when recruits come to visit and or rivalry games, maybe even some bowl games, who knows. And then we just have an alternate too, simply because the game has it. It might look like an all-white thing going on, much like the away uniforms, but we have some gray pants along with gray socks. Still got the white shoes on, but it's you'll notice here that we got the side trim, the purple side trim with the gray numbers and names and nameplates and stuff like that. We are going to see the White Star Pride stickers. I think this is the only uniform where you won't be able to see the Pride Star, or no, the White Star. So the White Star will have a black background and like they'll update as the season rolls along and things like that. But that is going to be it. So that's our school. We're not going to create a player, but I will show you all the signs that we'll be using. So I colored them all to Grand Canyon colors. These are going to be hopefully the game uses these signs. I've been told that these signs, that the game doesn't use these signs at all, but we'll try to use them. Hopefully we'll see. I like this one. This one's my favorite. It's very unique compared to all the other ones. This one's a reference to the scene that I mentioned earlier. Some of them are standard, like these two right here. These were the generic ones. This is a reference to in the first movie when T'Challa faces M'Baku for the trial. And then so those are all our signs that we're using. And then here is our rosters. So I'm recording this after our preseason game versus another academically proud institution in the West, and I'll reveal that. You've probably seen it in the thumbnail who it is, but you're going to see it after I reveal the roster. But this roster is very interesting. So right off the bat, we see this Danny Turner quarterback. He's the slowest. He will be the slowest quarterback I will ever use, period. Now, so when I initially picked the academic roster, you had 52 speed quarterbacks, you had like 70 something speed halfbacks and wide receivers. I couldn't deal with that. So what I did was, I fixed all the speeds and things like that, and gave them some more like skill points and stuff like that, just to make it, just to make it playable, if that makes sense. But even with all those stat buffs, I still had a very interesting I had a very interesting preseason game, even with all the stat buffs, if I might say. But Danny Turner is going to be our QB1. He's a redshirt senior, so we're only going to see him for season number 1, along with Leon Hawkins as well. Leon Hawkins is more mobile than Danny Turner, so if we need some speed, if we need some scrambling speed, we can always plug in Leon Hawkins and get the job done there. Travis Holman is a freshman, a true freshman quarterback. Hopefully, so like the way the game is set up, like if Travis Holman doesn't take a single snap, he will automatically redshirt. We're gonna end up redshirting this Rory Jenkins guy. So I have 2 athletes, athletes meaning that, like, yes, Rory Jenkins is a quarterback, but I also gave him some kick power and kick accuracy, just in case, like, I'm unable to recruit kickers and punters in this game. Like, I'll have Rory Jenkins, just in case if I'm unable to recruit one position or the other, because we have a sophomore punter and also a junior punter. So if I'm unable to recruit for season 3, I can always just move Rory Jenkins over to kicker, punter, wherever the case may be. Lance Tucker is going to be our halfback. He's a fast halfback with a bullet to complement it as well. That's going to be a lot of fun to use. We got Cedric Collier backing him up. I'm not sure if these other guys are going to see the field. We'll see. Fullbacks. We have a very good freshman fullback in Brian Jenkins, but we're going to redshirt him to get the most value out of the position itself. Whereas, especially since Marcus Smith is graduating, with Robert Ridgway backing him up. So, Brian Jenkins is going to redshirt. Aaron Wagner is our wide receiver 1. We put Brandon Jensen in the slot because we actually have this, this receiver. So Frank Michaels is 6'7", 230 from Los Angeles, California. This was a subscriber request for me to make this player, and I got it done. I even did the equipment, as request as well. He's looking very, very drippy right now. I am not going to lie. He looks very drippy. He looks like he's ready to go. And then our wide receiver 4 is Adam Lane, the freshman. But what he lacks in speed, he does make up for in catching. Did I go past it? Yeah, he has the best hands on the team. All the other guys are either faster or just simply have better size and things like that. But the good news is that none of them are seniors, so they will just get better at catching by years 2 and 3. Tight ends is a concern for recruiting. We have all these tackles, right? But we're gonna let Cole Ross and Colin Payne walk. They're 48 overall, so we don't need them in our lives like that. But everybody else is a sophomore, so that's a good. That's good. Guards, we have 3 sophomores and this 1 junior right here. We'll end up redshirting this junior guard. We have 2 centers, 1 junior with a sophomore backing him up. Defensive end, Mike Moyer is a freshman right end with 78 speed and 76 strength. That's going to be he's going to develop and become an absolute menace on the D-line, for sure. We got Paul Hudson backing up both those guys. He's going to be a senior. So theoretically, I could redshirt Mike Moyer and get 5 years out of him too. That's just something to keep in mind as well. But you know what? That's probably what I'll end up doing. I mean, you guys won't see it on screen. That's why I'm telling you guys now. Then we got Eric Sims and Blaine Temple on the defensive line. They're both sophomores. We got Christian Hines and Todd Cotton backing them up as well. So that's the thing that I notice a lot when going through these the roster. There's a lot of sophomore starters. So year 3, we have to recruit really, really good. Basically. Now, because we are taking over Utah State, it would only be right to keep at least 1 Utah State player on our Grand Canyon University, and that's none other than Aaron Thompson. He's 6'1", 231, junior middle linebacker. He's going to be the user for the most part. This is actually Bobby Wagner, to be honest with you, and as he's rocking the number 9 like he did at Utah State. So we even got him somewhat drippied out too with the cage and the visor as well. So he's gonna be lurking out there for us in this rebuild for 2 years. But it will be fun. It will be fun for sure. Our corners. Now I'm going to showcase now. Again, I'm recording this part after the preseason game, and I forgot to resort the starting lineups after. Like, I didn't realize I didn't, like, resort everything. So, I had Walter Taylor starting at DB2. But, to be honest with you, I'm going to have him continue to be DB2, even though his overall says otherwise. But he's our other athlete simply because, look, he has 88 throw power and 74 throw accuracy with the 88 speed. So if we don't get a mobile quarterback, and I absolutely need one, if Danny is gonna, not drop dimes as his name suggests, then we'll move Walter Taylor over to quarterback and make that a reality. That's why his awareness is so low, because there's a good chance that he will not be a DB for long. We have Roger Taylor and Brandon Dents, free safety, Andy Felder, and Jeremy Green as strong safeties. We went over kicker and punter already. So again, we have 26 sophomores on this roster. So hopefully we can recruit well for years 1 and 2. That way, by year 3, we can just fill in the remaining holes, and I won't have a completely dry roster by the time year 4 rolls around. Because by the time year 4 rolls around, look, we only have 6 freshmen. So that's that's something to keep in mind. That's something to keep in mind. So with that, I'm going to show you guys the preseason game, man. So yeah, guys, as you could already tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, our preseason game was against the Stanford Cardinal, led by Andrew Luck. The Ivy League School of the West came to Arizona for this one. We had a decent first quarter. I'm not going to lie. We pick off Andrew Luck early here. With our number 2 DB, we're gonna see him more later. We drive down the field right afterwards, but only get a field goal out of it. So we get first points on the board here. We get first blood, actually. However, I try to run a slip screen, but Danny Turner couldn't get the ball off. Ends up getting sacked for a safety here. And then after the free kick, they drive all the way down the field to run it in for the first touchdown of the game. And then this was the real game changer right here. I tried to call a fair catch, but I didn't. But then I ended up getting, the fumble happens, simply because I thought I called fair catch and I didn't. So they end up running the flood screen to the right side and scoring a touchdown off of that. I think that's where the momentum shifted, honestly. But then I got some of it back with this pass play right here. So the score is now 16-3, but it's going to be 16-10 after this pick 6 by the same guy that picked off Andrew Luck before. Walter Taylor plays a little QB as well. But yeah, that was the Grand Canyon University's first and only touchdown of this game. The rest of the game was just, I think we had. It's gonna show later on that we had 1 field goal after this, but man, like, it was just all Stanford Cardinal, even though, like, you see another interception here, So I don't think defense is the problem for this team. It's just that the offense could not really get going. I am so ashamed to, like, even show, like, offensive highlights. That's how bad it is. Here's the next score of the game. It was a punt return for a touchdown. Just didn't really angle it properly, and just went up the right sideline and scored, to be honest with you there. So now the score is 23-10. We stopped them on 4th down right here, which was kind of nice. So again, the defense was doing their thing, but then Danny Turner throws the first of many picks in this game. I think it was a total of, so Danny Turner had 4 picks. Walter Taylor had 2, and then the actual backup Leon Hawkins had 2 interceptions. So it was an 8 interception day, to be honest with you, as Andrew Luck throws another touchdown pass right there. Here's Danny Turner throwing it up to Frank Michaels. So one of the few. So Frank Michaels had 2 deep ball catches in this game, which is signs of promise, if I do say so myself. Again, Frank Michaels is the subscriber player in this series, and we're gonna see him on the field for the first 3 years of this dynasty. And he's showing out, that he's a deep threat. He's a go-getter. But again, those 2 passes only ended up settling for a field goal, and then the rest of this montage. I mean, this is all Stanford from this point right here. Yeah, we stopped them. We held them to like a couple field goals, like in the red zone, but like points is still points. We're down 20 points at halftime, but they just kept pouring on the points, right? We stopped the touchdown there, but they're still going to kick the field goal to make it 36-13, really. Second half was just not it, to be honest. Here, they check it down, so we forced them to kick another field goal. So now that makes it 39-13. Then this play action pass right here. I don't think that wasn't even the designed route. But it ended up being a touchdown for them. And then the backup comes in, throws an absolute dot up the seam to the tight end for a touchdown right there. And then this was the icing on the cake right here with 10 ticks to go. That's your ball game. So 60-13 was the final score. These are all the player stats here. Very disappointing showing for Grand Canyon, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So this is the first look at Edwards. This is a play on to obviously the former Arizona State head coach Herm Edwards. So, this is going to be our head coach for the Grand Canyon University Antelopes for the time being. And when I say time being, so this is going to be the unique part about this dynasty. So we're going to have 2 separate storylines. One for the Grand Canyon Antelopes, where Herm Edwards stays the head coach until I say so. Until I feel like, we've accomplished enough. Blah, 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 blah. And then there's going to be a second save file as soon as Herm Edwards takes a brand new job. That's going to be an alternate timeline. And that's how you guys are going to see double uploads. So there will be so when that day comes, you're going to see a day dedicated to the Grand Canyon University Antelopes, and then you're going to see a dedicated episode to the Herm Edwards coaching carousel. So we're going to start with redshirting Rory Jenkins. We need, hopefully, it depends whether he stays a quarterback or if he goes over to kicker/punter. We'll see. Halfback, we got Justin Dodd. We're going to redshirt Justin Dodd at halfback. Fullback, I don't really need that much, so I'm okay with redshirting Brian Jenkins. Wide receivers, I need all of them. Tight ends, I need all of them. Offensive tackles, now these 2 are seniors, so I'm just going to let them walk, which means that all 4 of these guys are going to, play. And I put that in quotes. I'm doing the air quotes right now because, let's say, for example, Ben Walton never, plays a snap or anything. He'll automatically redshirt. Same thing applies for if our QB3 Travis Holman never sees the field. He'll automatically redshirt for us. So I don't really have to do anything. However, what I'm going to do here for the offensive guard is redshirt Alex Nixon, the junior. Don't need to redshirt for center. Defensive end. I thought about this a lot. I'm not going to redshirt Mike Moyer. He's just too good not to just be redshirted and things like that. So I'm going to redshirt Justin Fernandez instead. Nick Nicholson is a senior. We'll let him walk. We'll redshirt Justin Fernandez for depth purposes. We run a 4-3, so no need to redshirt any defensive tackles. Outside linebacker, we're going to redshirt Terrence Bates. Middle linebacker, we're going to go ahead and redshirt Chauncey Mason. So Bates and Mason could potentially be future defensive ends. We don't know that yet for sure. But corners, I'm going to keep all 4 corners. Free safety, strong safety, kicker, punter. We're good. We're good. That's all the redshirting. So this is our schedule right here. We have at Arizona, then home Fresno State. So we're definitely going to be playing these 2 games, and then that'll determine what other games need to be played the rest of the way. At San Diego State, home BYU, then at Louisiana Tech, a bye week before going back home to Hawaii, at Nevada. That game I 110% will play because this is Colin Kaepernick at Nevada. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play New Mexico State. That's a rivalry game. I'll play that as well if need be. Then at San Jose State, then home Idaho, home Stephen F. Austin. I would play at Boise State simply because it's the blue field, but we're going to get blown back. We're going to get blown back. And it's going to be much like the Stanford game, to be honest. So now we're going to go into preseason recruiting just to show you guys what there are 4 states that are our current pipelines. So the 2 main ones that I'm going to be keeping. So obviously Arizona is always going to be a constant. We get a 5-star middle linebacker to start, followed by a 5-star left tackle. Wait a minute. This looks. We got some guys over here. Okay, that's a good start. So we have Arizona as a pipeline. We have California. That's our other pipeline that we're going to try to keep as much as possible along with Arizona. So then we have 2 smaller ones in Colorado and Utah, I believe. I'm going this way to double check, but the last one is Utah, and yes, it is. So those are our 4 pipelines. I really liked what I saw from the state of Arizona. So then there was an Arizona quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was there? No. For quarterback, I would like a scrambling one. There's a couple here, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, so I'll doubt I get those guys. But we got this Colorado guy that's balanced, a balanced lefty. That would be fun to try out. This is a balanced California kid, another balanced California kid, left-handed passer. I'm going to go with Tony Johnson because he runs a 4.59 and he's balanced. I've seen scrambling guys run 4.59, so that's how I know he's going to be valid. I'll hold off on trying to get a lefty quarterback. It would be cool to see, but I already put the stamp on 3 Arizona kids, so I got to be careful on who to pick and things like that. There's 2 halfbacks from California here. Wow, this is an insane. I'm already burning through this class, bro. This is unbelievable. Wide receiver. We got a Cali guy. Where is our possession guy? Our possession guy is from South Dakota. That would be a cool one. That would be a cool pipeline. If I can make it possible. I try to get 1 or 2 guys from obscure states. It's just cool to it's just cool to, like, you know, to think about things like that. This is one of our 3 Arizona guys that we're targeting, so we don't have to scout for any more linemen, offensive tackles at least. Ooh, we got this center from Cali. That's cool. Yeah. So now we have 7 left for defense, and that's not even including the one defensive player from Arizona that we ended up getting. Did anyone excite my eye for defensive end? Oh, we have a North Dakota. We have a North Dakota defensive end that we can use for depth and stuff like that. This is the Arizona guy on defense, and then I believe we have an outside linebacker as well, a middle linebacker as well. Yes, Sun City. Yep. And then we have 5 left for the secondary. That's exactly what I love to see for sure. We got Lamont Washington. My gosh, I really like this class. Like, this is quality stuff. This is quality stuff for sure. A lot of guys from the South. Again, the South just produces the best talent, to be honest. That's just the way it is. I have two spots left over. Which is great. I have 2 spots left over. What I can do... Oh, I do need tight end. So it looks like I need tight end and corner. So let me just take care of that. The corner's interesting. You know what? I'll take a shot on the Mississippi guy. Nah, I won't do that. You know what? Why not? I'll take the shot. Why not? How often will I see 5-star corners, you know? And then for the tight end room, I'm going to pick the 3-star. I don't think I'll get those last 2 recruits, but the other 13 recruits look really, really good. So hopefully, these interest bars initially will do me justice. Come on, work with me here. I don't like that start. Tony Johnson, we'll put 10 on you. Oh, Arizona. Oh my gosh, we're not even close, bro. My rule of thumb is, like, if I see 2 teams, like, I'll put points on, but if I see 3 or more, I'm staying the heck away. There's no chance we're getting these guys. Even if there are in our pipeline and stuff like that, there's just no hope. But this James Dean guy, however, we can put points on him. We can put points on Sean Pittman. Why not? Dale Justice, South Dakota. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. Lamont Watson from Washington. There we go. And we got a strong safety as well. So maybe we're going to make our money through the 4 stars, which is fine. Now, you guys are... Now, the people that have been playing Dynasty for a while are probably wondering why the heck I didn't put any restrictions on this. You know, I'm not, like, one of those, like, people yet. Like, I consider myself a casual Dynasty guy that just somehow knows what the heck he's doing. But this is our spread right here. The 3 guys that we want the most. So Dale Justice from South Dakota, Hot Springs, South Dakota. That's a dope town to be from. He runs a 4.49, 41-inch vert, 8+ field awareness, 8+ hands. Yeah, this was the possession guy. We need to make sure we secure the bag on him. Same with Lamont Watson. He runs a 4.28 as a corner. That's really, really nice. That is super, super nice. The 385 squat is low, but he runs a 4.28, so, like, you know, we can train that. John Haas from Palm Springs, California, 4.43, 31-inch vert, 8+ field awareness, C+ hands. we won't see the potential in discipline until like the 8 schools on their list get cut down to 5. We also got this left end from North Dakota, so that might be like an interesting pipeline to develop. Maybe like not focus on Colorado and Utah, but maybe develop the Dakotas, both the Dakotas instead. That would be a lot of fun. I am not like, I've gotten Canadian kids, multiple kids from DC, because they treat Washington DC as their own, as their own like state. As Tony Johnson, we're above Iowa. We're above Iowa. James Dean takes us from 8 to 5, but we're very low on that. That might change if we start winning some games. Sean Pittman hasn't moved that much. Again, it's very hard to get the interest moving for these 5 stars. So you really have to put the points on. You have to really put a lot of points on for these guys. But it looks like the system's rewarding us for now. Outside linebackers, we're looking good on those. Free safety, we're looking good on those. So yeah, I think the name of the game is to try to get all the 4 stars as we can, with Dale Justice as the cherry on top. To be honest, that's gonna be our focus. So what I'm going to do, I might just drop these guys now. That's going to be the next episode. Go ahead and double check my depth chart one more time. It should be hopefully it didn't mess up with the corners. That's my important thing to come away with this. Did it mess with the corners? No, it did not, which is good. I want Walter Taylor to be DB2. He had a phenomenal preseason game, so he deserves to be there. He deserves to be there, absolutely. So with that, you guys won't see me again until next week when we play Arizona. This is our matchup. We're C+ across the board. They're B with B+ offense, B- defense. It's all good though. But hey, this is going to be the start of something fantastic, hopefully. So it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace.